best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test.
Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you episode number 2 in my Team Slot Elimination Challenge run through Pokemon LeafGreen. Last time we started out the game, we did go ahead and choose Bulbasaur as our starter, who we have nicknamed Cabbage. We caught a Mankey named Abu. We have a Spearow named Beaker, a Rattata named Bucktooth, and a Pidgey named Feathers. And in this episode, we are going to go through Viridian Forest and hopefully get to Brock and take on that first gym. So, first thing I'm going to do is I am going to switch Cabbage. Into the lead, because Cabbage is going to need a couple levels to get Vine Whip so he can take on that first gym easily. I don't think there's really any Pokemon in Viridian Forest that I have really any interest in whatsoever, with the exception, of course, of Pikachu. So if we do stumble across a Pikachu, we'll definitely go for it, but I'm not super worried about that, and it's such a low encounter rate that I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of time looking for one. So if we stumble across one, great. If not, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So let's take out this Metapod, who's just going to get hard and continuously use Harden to extend the length of the battle. In fact, I think actually what I'm going to do here is I am going to use Leech Seed on it, because that will do that little residual damage, which is probably going to end up doing more than my little tackles here. So we'll do that. And actually, while we're at it, let's just switch into Abu. Because, you know, free experience is good experience. And Abu definitely needs a couple levels. I would like Abu to have a fighting type move before we take on this gym as well, because then he can also serve as a backup if Cabbage gets damaged too badly. So, ooh, and he gets a crit right off the bat. That was very nice. Okay. Now this Leech Seed, I believe, will finish Metapod off on this turn, or at least very, very close. Yep, there we go. So, let's see here. Cabbage gets 20, and Abu also gets 20, which is enough to get Abu up to level 3. So that's a good thing. We'll come over here and grab that Pokeball. And then we are going to go around the other way. Now, I do not have the running shoes yet. I looked it up between episodes, and I realized that you get the running shoes after defeating Brock in Pewter. So, let's see. I'm not liking that matchup one bit, so I'm just going to run, because I really don't want to get poisoned over a stupid wild Weedle. Alright, and we'll grab that. That should be a potion. And now we'll actually get to fight some trainers. So let's take on this bug guy first. I do have some antidotes in stock in case I get poisoned. But I'm not really worried about it. Weedle can present a problem since it has Poison Sting, which is, I believe, super effective against Cabbage. Let's see. It is. Oh, it's not actually. I guess I couldn't remember if Bulbasaur starts with that Poison Grass typing, or if it just starts out as Grass to begin with and then picks up Poison later. So that's fine. Should be able to tackle him down, no problem. And should get, might even get a full level out of this one. We'll see. It'll be pretty close. Alright, so there goes Weedle. Cabbage does gain a level up to level 8. This is good. And now he's going to put in a Caterpie. I'm just going to go ahead and leave Cabbage in. And we'll just see if we can just tackle him down. Especially if he wants to just keep using String Shot on me, which isn't going to do much at all. So we'll just keep tackling. Alright, and Caterpie goes down. So we're good there. And Cabbage is almost up to level 9 now, which is good. I wish I remembered what level he learns Vine Whip. Unfortunately, I do not remember. Another Weedle here. I am just going to go ahead and run. And now we got another bug catcher. If I remember correctly, this bug catcher has a Metapod and a Kakuna. I know one of them does in here. This one's got a Weedle, which I am not worried about. I am going to go for the Leech Seed right off the bat. And I can get some of this health back. And recovery is always good. So we'll take that little 2 HP per turn as we tackle Weedle down. I've also got some potions in reserve, but I'd like to save them for when they're actually needed. So it looks like between the tackle and the Leaf Seed, we should be able to take them out in 2 more turns. And we gain back about 6 HP over the course of that fight. So we're good to go. Alright, so Weedle goes down. That should get Cabbage up to level 9. And it does. We got another Weedle going in. Once again, we'll use Cabbage. I don't usually like to, I usually like to keep my team pretty evenly leveled, but given the nature of the first gym, I do want to go ahead. Ooh, he evaded my Leech Seed. We'll try that again. Given the nature of the first gym, and since Cabbage and Abu are the only ones who can even touch those rock types that Brock is carrying, I am going to go a little bit out of character and get Cabbage over-leveled in comparison with the rest of the team. So we're just going to go for basically the same strategy here. Just tackle and Leech Seed. And then we'll see what he puts out as a last Pokemon. Since we're getting that wonderful Leech Seed recovery. And he uses Poison Sting again. Alright, so we're down to 18 HP on Cabbage. Cabbage gets 78, which is not quite enough. We do have a Kakuna going in. I think we'll go ahead and leave Cabbage in so that I can get the Leech Seed on that Kakuna so that this fight doesn't take forever. But then we'll switch out to Abu after the Leech Seed gets there. And that way Cabbage will also hit level 10 after this as well. Alright, let's go ahead and switch into Abu, who should get a level or 2 out of this pretty easily. Okay. And we'll just go for the scratch. Take him down little by little. And keep scratching. I suppose I could speed this up, but I'm not a big fan of the speed up button. I don't like using it. I think it takes away from the game. The only time I'm ever going to use it is if it's something extremely tedious, and I wouldn't call this extremely tedious. So let's see here. Now, while I'm waiting on this Kakuna to go down, let me explain a little bit about the Team Slot the Team Slot Elimination Challenge, or the TSE Challenge for short. It's a challenge I came up with myself. There's a link in the description that will go over all the rules in detail, which is from the Poke Community Forum where I created it. Cabbage learned Vine Whip, excellent. That is definitely a good thing. But basically, it's a challenge that I would argue is harder than a Nuzlocke. Like in a Nuzlocke challenge, if one of your Pokemon faints, it is considered dead. However, if one of your Pokemon faints, you permanently lose a slot on your team. So if you have 6 Pokemon with you, and one of your Pokemon faints, you are then, for the rest of the game, only allowed to have 5 with you at a time. So basically, that makes it very, very difficult. It punishes you much more for losing Pokemon. One difference with the Nuzlocke, though, is that you are not limited in the number of Pokemon you can catch, other than the fact that you cannot have any more than 1 of each Pokemon. So, you know, you can't have a team of 6 Rattatas and whatnot. And also, you are limited in the ways you can obtain them. You can't use like Wi-Fi trades, and you can't hack yourself Pokemon, but anything else beyond that you can do by yourself within the game is perfectly fine. So that's just kind of a brief overview. As I said, check out the link in the description below, and it will go over all the rules in detail with you. So check that out. Now, as for this Caterpie, we're just going to bring him down little by little. I suppose I could switch in a Boo here. What level is a Boo now? Up to 4. Alright. So we'll just, I think we'll just go ahead and keep using Cabbage. I don't remember the exact level of Brock's Pokemon. I want to say they're 10 and 13, maybe? Something like that. But I'm not too worried about it. Vine Whip is 4 times effective against both Geodude and Onix, so I'm not super worried at all. Alright, there we go. He's going to send in another Caterpie. I'm actually going to send in Beaker, I think. Spread that experience around a little bit. Especially since Peck will be super effective against these Caterpies. And Tackle isn't going to do a whole lot. Wow, that wasn't even a crit. Alright, so this should finish this Caterpie off. Make it nice and quick. And Beaker gets 90 experience. Not bringing it up to level 6. I thought it would. It looks like I'm like 1 experience point short of leveling up, but that's okay. Alright, so we will go through the forest. Just want to make sure I didn't miss any trainers up here, and I did not. And now we've got another Kakuna. So we will... It's free experience, but... actually, I'll send in... We'll go for the Leaf Seed, I think. Or, how do you miss a Kakuna? It's a stationary Pokemon. It doesn't move. And yet it evaded my Leech Seed. Like, what the heck? That's a load of garbage. Okay. And now we'll switch into a Boo. And we'll just scratch him to death as well. Alright, and in other channel news, I'm contemplating doing one more new Let's Play series. I'm considering doing a blind playthrough of Pokemon Conquest. I had never even heard of Pokemon Conquest until like 2 or 3 days ago, when I think I was reading a random article that mentioned it or something like that, and I looked into it, and it looks it looks like a game that's right up my alley. I have no experience with Conquest itself, but the style of game I have played very heavily. I've loved Fire Emblem forever. Final Fantasy Tactics, Advance Wars, that whole genre of turn-based strategy, I really, really love. So it looks like a game that I would really, really enjoy. And I'm thinking I might do it as a Let's Play, just a blind playthrough and see what happens. So that could be really interesting. In opposition to that, on the other hand, I'm also considering doing a new Minecraft series called 15-minute builds, and basically it would consist entirely of stuff that you can build in 15 minutes or less. It would be like tutorial type videos. So let me know in the comments below which of those you would actually prefer to see, and we will go from there. So who knows, maybe if I get enough replies I will just do both of them. We will find out. So also, I am up to a monumental milestone of 10 subscribers as of today. Not a massive number by YouTube standards, but you know, you gotta start somewhere. And, you know, it's a start. So if you are one of those 10, thanks. You have my eternal and undying gratitude. If you're not one of those 10 subscribers, well, you should be. So, alright, let's go ahead and, let's see, we got this Metapod here. I'm just going to go for the Leech Seed, and then we'll switch into a Boo, as we've been doing for a while. Okay. So, let's go Abu. Because it would be really nice if Abu had some sort of fighting type attack before we take on Brock's gym. The fight will go for another scratch. Since all he can do is use Harden, I'm not worried about it. And this should get Abu up to level 5 pretty easily. Which is ultimately the goal, of course. Okay. Almost there. This scratch should finish it off. Cabbage gets 54. Abu gets 54. Abu hits level 5. And doesn't learn anything. He's going to send in Caterpie. I'm going to go for Beaker on this one, since Caterpie actually can attack me. We'll just go for the Peck. Beaker obviously not going to be very useful in Brock's gym, given that rock weakness, but will be definitely useful afterwards, so I'd like to get him a couple levels, maybe a level or 2. Go for that Peck there. That should finish the Caterpie off. Beaker gains 79, which is probably not going to be enough to hit level 7. Nope, not quite. And then we got a Metapod. I'm just going to go back to Abu, and this one I am going to go ahead and fast forward through, I think, because without that Leech Seed damage this is going to take forever, so just bear with me as I slowly chip away at this Metapod, just waiting for it to bite the dust. We're almost there. We're getting there, and we get the crit. Very nice. So Abu gets 108 experience, hits level 6. Learns low kicks, so now Abu has a rock-type move, or a rock-type move, a fighting-type move, which will, of course, be super effective against rock-types. That's what I meant to say. And now I think we have pretty much everything we need to take on Brock. So, let's see, we're just going to run from that. Cabbage is up at a nice... I didn't even move, guys. Like, this Weedle is out for my soul. Okay, running away again. Alright, so let's see here. We got anything? Yep, we got a little item down here. I think it's an antidote. Nope, it's potion. Alright, so let's switch Abu into the lead, because it would be nice if we could get him to a level where he would actually be useful in that gym. Right now, he could maybe get some damage in with a nice low kick, but it would be considerably more useful if he was a little bit higher in levels. So let's see what we can do to this Weedle. And the poison. That poison damage is unfortunate, but you know what? I think I don't have a problem using a potion here, and maybe an antidote, because I would really like to get Abu all this lovely experience that he'll get from taking out a level 9 Weedle. And actually, I suppose if this Weedle continues to use String Shot instead of Poison Sting, then I might actually be able to beat him, even with the poison damage, which would be awesome, because it looks like one more. No, and he goes for Poison Sting there. 5. Alright, we got him. Sweet. So 99 experience gets Abu up to level 7, which is fantastical. Now, I definitely don't want to lose Abu to poison damage. That would be extremely unfortunate. So we will go ahead and use an antidote. And we're almost through Viridian Forest. Caterpie, I'm not even worried about. I'm just gonna run. Alright. Talk to these people. Skinny trees. They can be cut down. Cool. I need to look everywhere. Yes, this I already know. What do you want? Evolution cancel technique. Yes, I know about that too. Because I know everything about Pokemon. Well, maybe not everything, but I know a lot. I know a lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff. Okay, so let's head into the Pokemon Center before we take on Brock. Yes, we will heal up. And I think we are in pretty good shape for this battle with Brock. I think I do want to pick up a couple more potions first, if I can find the Pokemart. I think it's up here. Yep, there we go. And we'll just buy 8 Pokeballs and a few potions. Oh, we have enough to get us up to 10 potions. Cool. Alright, so there we go. We are now ready to take on Brock, which we will do next episode. So, if you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, or leave a comment below. Really helps keep me motivated. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.